is Fernando Aimke. The name of my film is Club Sandwich, and it's a film about the relation of a mother and a son, and what happens during the sexual awakening of the son in summer vacations. That's the story about.
And it was first screened in Toronto, right?
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
been getting rave reviews and quite a few awards.
Yes. It was premiered at Toronto Film Festival. Then we presented the film at the San Sebastian Film Festival, and there we won the Best Director prize. Then we went to Torino
Yes,
Film Festival.
yes.
There we won Best Film. Yes, we are in the festival things, but we are very excited with the idea of distributing the film in Mexico.
Right.
Yes,
This is your third feature,
third. Yes,
and the first two were filmed in black and white, if I understand.
the first one, Duck Season,
Right.
was shot in black and white. The second one, Lake Tahoe, was in color.
It was in color.
In
Okay,
color, yes.
So I misunderstood. Sorry.
Yes.
So how did you come up with this particular story, Club Sandwich, and why the title? It's pretty funky.
Yes, it's very. I actually, I always thought that I could have a more poetic title, but this wasn't the title
Yeah.
that won.
Yeah.
The idea came during first treatment, a 10 pages treatment, and I read it with Paula Markovich, who co-wrote with me Lake Tahoe, and I read it to her, and there was a scene where a boy, 13 years old boy, wakes up in the morning and he found that he had a wet dream. No? And Paula, she told me that's the conflict of your story. It's a boy that is in love with her mother. And so I started to work, and then I found that the story was not about the boy, the teenager. The story was about the mother. The mother, he had the son, it was his only son, her only son, and he gave her all his love, all his time, all his energy. He gave to him everything. And at 14 years old, she has to say goodbye to his little boy, and I imagine that could be very difficult for a mother, very difficult. So I concentrate in the story of the mother. I fell in love with the character of the mother. I always in my previous films, Dog Season and Lake Tahoe, I worked with teenagers, and it was my intention in this film, but suddenly that turned into the story of a 35-year-old mother.
So how much of it is does it have autobiographical elements? Or does it? Not really.
Yes,
Some.
I think that all the stories are autobiographical. There are
Yeah.
not so many themes in the story of the humanity. The drama are not so many themes. I remember Paula Markovich telling me that there's only one theme in the movies. It's love. It's only love. It's a theme. If you see a film of Spider-Man, there's the bad guy. The bad guy has a reason to be a bad guy because he didn't have had that kind of love and everything. But all the stories are about love, and I believe and I agree with Paula. It's about love. There's not so many themes in the drama.
A technical question. From the time that you came up with the idea during that treatment, and when you started filming, how long did that take?
Like 3 years,
Yeah.
more or less. Yes, because while you're working in the script, in the script, you are like, oh, this is no good. I don't like it. No, I will make another story. And sometimes you are working with 2 or 3 scripts, and it takes a long time. And suddenly you have to be at the service of the film. You have to be the yes, to be at the service of the film. You want to make some kind of film, but you make the film that the the film wants to be.
That's great. Do you have a distributor, an American distributor, or
No.
international? You're looking for one.
Yes, we're looking for a distributor
Okay.
here in the United States. So if somebody is interested in an amazing film,
Yeah.
a very human film about the relation of a mother and a son, we are here. Yes.
Well, that you're just.
Yes, we have a sales agent. We started and we are having a very good response. We sold the film to Brazil, to Benelux, I think that to Italy, to a lot of places, but we are waiting for the United States. But it takes a long time for the United States. And with Dog Season, our first film, it took us like I don't know, like 1.5 years to have a distributor. And we sold the film to 31 countries, something like that, and we didn't find distribution. It was when Alfonso Cuarón said, "Okay, I love this film. I want to distribute this film," and he went with Warner Independent, and he said, "We will distribute this film." And Warner said, "Okay, let's do it." But it took like 1.5 years. It was like a very long
Yeah.
time.
So in the meantime, what are you working on now? Can you talk about it?
Yes,
Next film?
no, right now I'm producing. We have a production company called Cine Pantera, and there we are producing like right now like 5 or 6 films in different stages: pre-production, production, post-production. Yes, and I love
And
that.
they're mainly based in Mexico.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
based in Mexico. Yes, and I love to produce films, and I understand a lot about filmmaking, and I understand the filmmakers. I think that makes singular Cine Pantera is that made only films of directors who who have the ultimate decision about the cut. Yes, that's great. So
Yeah.
the directors, if the film is good, it's because of them. If the film is bad, it's because of them. We are there to help them to find the money and to help them whatever they want. But if the film is good, it's their fault. If it's bad, it's their fault. So that's it.
So you mainly work with Spanish-speaking filmmakers, or do you have any plans to work with the English language, or even you yourself making films in English? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. If there's a good story, it's in Brazil or in the United States or in wherever you want. If there's a good story, I don't care. And if there's a good story and there's a good director from, I don't know, from Bolivia, Panama, China, I don't care. If he comes with us and he said, I want to make this film and I believe in this film, we will do it.
How do you decide what director, like what does the director bring to you for you to decide and say, you know what, I'm going to work with you? Obviously, there would be a number of elements that you.
Yes, yes. Well, first of all, if you can feel that if the director is convinced by his work. For example, when we had Dog Season, our first film, I was with my partner, and I said, okay, let's find money, let's go with this producer. That later he became our partner, but let's go with this producer and let's tell him that we will make the film. We will make the film. Whatever. If we don't have the money, we will make it. We have a story, in an apartment. We can have a video camera. So let's say the producer, we will make the film. But maybe you want to come to the film, no?
Yeah.
So we are really convinced about that. And the producer,
Yeah.
he saw that and he said, I want to be part of the team. I want to go in that ship. So we look for that in the directors. No? I like to make the film, to produce a film that I know that if I go in the film, I will help. But if I don't go, they will do it.
Right.
They will do it,
Right.
whatever happens.
Right.
And you can feel it that with the directors. You can see that they will do it.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing that we look in a director.